Hey everybody, it's Brandon and we're back again with the MMBC Podcast, and I'm right here with my good buddy Pastor Tommy Anthony. Say hi, Pastor.
Hello everyone.
We have been going full throttle, getting ready for school to kick back off. As a matter of fact, last Wednesday night, we did a podcast with the youth. It's called The Youth Talk About Going Back to School.
Oh, that's awesome.
You really ought to check it out. We asked them some pretty cool questions. What are you looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to? We even asked them what's their craziest story, the craziest day at school they've ever had. And I think some of you will be really surprised and really tickled to hear some of the stuff that they have to say.
So where can they hear this?
It's going to be online. I'm going to have it set up on Facebook. That will be on the church website. It is a video, so I may be able to put it on YouTube. By the way, our church does have a YouTube site for those of you who like to look it up, McDonald Memorial Baptist Church. I'm going to try to put it everywhere I can stick a video. That's the plan.
That's awesome. I think that's great. And I heard a little bit of the sound bites from it, and it really is interesting.
We got some really cool stuff going on. We are in the middle of scheduling for the following year. At 10 a.m. we're having our meeting where we're going to get kind of our plans together. Pastor, talk about that a bit.
Well, yeah, obviously we're wrapping up and putting a bow on summertime. We've had some wonderful experiences, but things going forward, Harvey kind of messed us up, and so some of the normal traditional things we do, we were a little bit off of our schedule, but now we're getting ready to map things out through the end of the year, so pray for us as we do that.
That is the main announcement, is be praying for us. Now, obviously, things change, schedules, as he said, it's really just a map. Days and dates won't necessarily be perfectly represented after today, but we're going to have a pretty good idea of the direction our church is going. And that involves all of us.
Yeah, Sunday I talked about the unity of the church, and I love building traditions into the things we look forward to. For example, our deacons met Sunday, and they had a great meeting. We talked about adding a new guy, activating someone who had actually been ordained in this church, but then had moved away for a while. So Gene Hogue will be coming back on with us in an active status. But things like the deacons pulling together hamburger cookout for the church, or the gumbo Lord's Supper we do around Thanksgiving. Then, of course, the normal traditional things like we do in working in the community. We were not able to do that last year because of Harvey.
That's right. Can you tell we got our kitchen back?
Yeah. Oh, man, it looks great, and we're excited about that. I want to see if it's okay with the other churches, but I'm looking forward to like the 5th Sunday in September, hosting everybody here for a 5th Sunday sing where we'll utilize the kitchen and be able to have some good snacks and fellowship time afterwards.
We're doing a lot of talking about meetings. We talked about us meeting today. We talked about the deacons meeting Sunday. We talked about meeting for 5th Sunday singing. But there's one place we don't talk about meeting much when it comes to the adults, and that's the Wednesday night Bible study. What's been going on Wednesday nights?
I heard Wiki say this Sunday. Somebody said something about Wednesday night not being a big crowd. They wanted to make the announcement about Gene's coming back in active status on Sunday morning, which we did this past Sunday. But Wiki stood up and defended that. He said, we had a pretty good crowd. We had about 20 people there for the adult Bible study Wednesday night. And I would agree with that. Sometimes it's kind of down, and that's not unusual. Prayer is difficult work. But in your churches across the board, Sunday mornings, your big service. If you have an evening service, it's going to be smaller. And Wednesday night prayer meeting, you can meet usually in a phone booth. People don't know what a phone booth is anymore, do they?
No, it's for Superman.
Yeah, Superman changes. But we are doing some things there. Ray Vanderlaan puts out a video series that actually lets us take a virtual trip to the Holy Land each week. And we get some really cool visuals of things you wouldn't normally get to see off the beaten path of the normal tourist traps. But we learn some really incredible Bible lessons. Everybody that comes really enjoys it.
I can actually vouch for that. On Wednesday nights, I'm in a different place. I'm up with the youth, obviously. But I did take the DVD and I watched it here on my computer in my office. And the pastor's telling the truth. This guy's able to take you for spot. He's able to say, this would be a river like where Jesus floated on the boat. This would be a bank like where the people were on the bank. And he actually brings you places and shows you physical spots, places, and ideas of this is what it was like. So if you're somebody that's a history buff, or somebody that's always wanting to learns better with visuals than you are with words, this DVD, this entire program is really suited for you. They just did Dust to the Rabbi, and I think this week is the last one.
Yeah,
what are y'all doing next?
We're talking about, he's been taking the Old Testament concepts of a rabbi and what it meant when Jesus brings it in essence, coins new terms, and he fulfills it and expands it. And we're talking about what it means to follow Jesus. And so the next series is going to be 5 lessons that are going to talk about walking as Jesus walked. Nothing more pertinent to where we live right now. That's what we do every Sunday. We try to take a biblical lesson from thousands of years ago and make application for how you live your life right here. And it applies to young people as well as old children, adults, everybody. But this Wednesday night program, I'm really excited about it, and I hope that you will jump in there and join with us.
Absolutely. We want to see you there, and we want to see you right here next week on the MMBC Podcast.